Weakness, huh? That's what brought you here. That's what put you on your knees, begging like a lost soul that never learned to fight. You think you're suffering now. You think you've hit rock bottom. You don't even know what real pain feels like. Because the moment you felt the first crack, you folded. You let it tear you apart. Let it define who you are. Pathetic. Weakness doesn't just break you. It stains you, drowns you. You thought you could run from it, pretend it didn't exist. But look at you. You're exactly where that weakness wanted you to be. Pinned down, pleading for mercy. But hear me now, and hear me well. No one's coming to save you. No one. It's you against the world, and every damn inch you take is a war. Every breath is a choice to keep going. Look around. There's no one left in your corner. Not because they abandoned you. No. They saw you crumble, saw the fight leave your eyes, saw you willing to let it all slip away. So why would they stick around? You want loyalty. Prove you're worth it. Stop waiting for the pain to end. Stop waiting for life to get better. 'Cause it won't. Not for someone who's already lost the fight. This world, it's brutal. Doesn't care who you are. Doesn't care what you want. It chews up the weak and spits them out like they're nothing. And right now, that's what you are. Nothing.
Please take this short break from your video to support our channel by getting yourself merch. Enjoy the rest of the video.
You got two choices. Either stay down and rot, let the ground swallow you whole, or fight back so hard that even your shadows are scared of what you're about to become. Weakness dies here, now. I'm telling you to kill every doubt, every excuse, every moment you told yourself you weren't enough. If you want this, if you really want to crawl out of this grave you dug yourself, you better be ready to bleed for it. To tear yourself open and rebuild from the ruins you became. No more fear, no more regret, just war. Because that's the only language life understands. So, you think you know pain, do you? You think you felt loss, betrayal, hardship. Let me tell you something. Whatever you've been through, it's nothing compared to what's coming if you don't get up. You think life's handed you a raw deal. Well, look in the mirror. That's the only person responsible for where you're standing right now. You did this. Every choice, every time you let fear keep you frozen, every moment you chose comfort over hunger. That's why you're in the dirt, begging for mercy. But let me remind you. Mercy. It's not coming. You want to sit there and cry about how hard it is, how unfair everything seems? Fine. Go on, keep whining. But here's the truth. No one cares. No one gives a damn about your tears, about your regrets, about the nights you lay awake, questioning your worth. The world will keep moving, and if you're not strong enough to keep up, you'll be left to rot. You think you're special because you've suffered. Newsflash. Suffering is universal. Everyone's got scars, but only the strong turn them into armor. You're soft. That's the problem. You grew up thinking you deserved something, that the world owed you some kind of respect. Wrong. Respect is earned through blood, through resilience, through clawing your way to the top when everyone else wants to see you fail. You're not entitled to anything, and until you let that sink in, you'll keep circling the same pit of misery, going nowhere, trapped by your own pathetic excuses. This pain, this emptiness, this is your fault. And until you own that, really own it, nothing's going to change. Weakness dies here, today. Either you kill it, or it kills you. Simple as that. But don't expect it to be easy. Killing weakness means breaking yourself apart, down to the last piece, until there's nothing left of the old you. It's brutal. It's unforgiving. But it's the only way. And if you're too scared to face that, if you'd rather cling to comfort than suffer for something greater, then stop wasting your time. Walk away now and accept that you'll always be nothing. But if there's even a sliver of fight left in you, if somewhere deep down you can feel the anger, the hunger, the raw, burning rage at what you've allowed yourself to become, then grab onto that fire and let it consume you. Because that's the only way out. Burn the weakness, let it turn to ash, and rise from it something fierce, something unstoppable. You have no other option. It's war. And wars aren't won by cowards. Weakness has been your friend, your crutch, for too long. Every time you took the easy way out, every time you quit when things got hard, every single time you let fear make your decisions, that's the weakness you fed. You built it up, fed it every excuse, every lie you told yourself to sleep easier at night. But that ends now. Today, you starve it. Today, you look it in the eye, and you rip it apart, piece by piece, until there's nothing left. You want to know how? By making the hard choice. By choosing the pain over and over again. By embracing every failure, every setback, and pushing forward regardless. There's no secret, no shortcut, Just a relentless grind that will break you down and rebuild you into something unbreakable. Every moment you feel the urge to quit, every time you want to scream out for help, shut it down. Take that weakness, that helplessness, and use it to fuel your rage, your drive. Because if you don't, it will devour you alive. You think this is too much. You think I'm being unfair. Good. That means the message is finally getting through. Life isn't fair. It's not supposed to be. Only the strong survive. Only the ruthless get what they want. You think anyone who's built something great did it by feeling sorry for themselves? No. They suffered. They struggled. They fought harder than anyone could imagine. And if you want that, if you want a shred of respect, a scrap of power, then you better be willing to go to war every damn day. No more excuses, no more weakness. You're either the predator or the prey. And right now, the world sees you as prey. So what's it going to be? Are you going to stay down and let them tear you apart? Or are you going to stand up, shake off the dust, and start taking back what's yours? You've got two choices. Die in this pit you dug yourself, or crawl out of it with bloody hands and a heart of iron. Stop waiting for things to get easier. Stop hoping for someone to save you. Save yourself. That's the only way this ends. Weakness dies here. And if it doesn't, then so do you. Remember that. You're probably standing there, still clinging to some shred of pity, aren't you? Still hoping that someone will come along, pat you on the back, tell you it's going to be all right. Let me tell you something real, something ugly. The world doesn't care. The world will step over your body without a second glance if you stay weak. You think anyone remembers the people who couldn't handle the fight? No. They remember those who bled, who clawed, who dragged themselves out of the dirt without a single hand to pull them up. You've been soft your whole life, thinking life is supposed to be fair, thinking you're owed something. But here's the truth you don't want to hear. The world owes you nothing. You're not special. You're not unique. You're just one more person trying to scrape by, thinking your pain matters. Well, guess what? Pain is everywhere. Life is brutal for everyone. But only the ones who understand that, who accept it, and decide to fight anyway. Only those people carve out something real. The rest, they're forgotten. Shadows of who they could have been. And don't you dare stand here and tell me you're trying. What does that even mean? Trying isn't doing. Trying is an excuse for people who are too scared to commit, who are afraid to sacrifice, who talk about dreams but aren't willing to bleed for them. I don't care how hard it feels, how tired you are, how many times you think you failed. Trying means nothing. Either you do it or you don't. There is no in-between. Look around you. Look at all the people who are winning, who are stronger than you. Do you think they got there by trying? No. They got there by doing, by pushing through every single moment of doubt, every tear, every scream of pain. They walked through the fire, and they never once looked back. And that's what separates them from you. They're willing to go to places you're too scared to even think about. They're willing to break themselves apart, to throw away every shred of comfort, to suffer endlessly, all because they know one truth that you refuse to accept. Success doesn't come easy, and it never will. Right now, you're weak. You're the very thing they laugh at. The example they use of what happens when you let fear dictate your life. And it's because of every excuse, every lie, every time you said, I can't instead of I will. That's on you. No one else is responsible for the state you're in. And until you understand that, until you swallow that bitter truth, you're never going to move forward. You're still waiting for something, aren't you? Some miracle, some moment where everything clicks and you suddenly become strong. That's not how it works. Strength isn't given. It's earned. And it's earned in the blood, the sweat, the endless nights of doubt and pain. Strength is every single time you choose to get up when everything inside you screams to stay down. It's saying no to weakness 1,000 times a day until there's nothing left inside you that wants to quit. If you think you can just wait this out, if you think time alone will make you better, you're dead wrong. Time is indifferent. It doesn't heal. It doesn't forgive. And it sure as hell doesn't care if you waste it. Time will either be your greatest ally or your worst enemy, depending on how you use it. And right now, you're wasting it. You're burning through days, weeks, years, telling yourself you'll change tomorrow, next week, next year. But tomorrow never comes for people like you. People who live on promises they never keep. Change happens now, in this moment, and every second you waste is a second you'll never get back.